Hi everyone, Holly Amaya from Story and Printing here with my fabulous co-founder, Anne-Marie Hoptailing. Hello, Anne-Marie. Loving the look as usual.
Why,
Loving
thank
the headpiece. Yes. At Story and Printing, we teach great companies and great people the art and science of storytelling. We have a slew of professional development content here on YouTube, and we're also becoming active on Clubhouse. Follow us there. If you like these videos, drop us a like, drop us a comment. That helps us appear shinier to the YouTube gods. So we love all of it. And subscribe to the channel, please, because we try to do these videos a couple times a week. You can get lots of little bite-sized nuggets of insight. So today, this video that we're doing today is in direct response to one of our subscribers who reached out and said that she would like to get some tips on dealing with a gossip-filled workplace. I love it. So what do you think, Anne-Marie? If you're in a gossip-filled workplace, how do you press on? Do you feel like you're in a gossip-filled workplace?
I feel like between the two of us, there's not a lot of gossip going on, but it's hard because if you talk about me, I mean,
it's like to my dog.
It's like really weird. I would say a couple things. One of the things we talk about when we do communication training is don't talk about someone, talk to them.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're working with somebody who's a complete jackass, they deserve for you to talk to them and not about them. And when you start talking about people, what happens is it frankly degrades your personal brand more than it says anything about that other person.
That's right.
That is just what happens to you. And you have to be really, careful. And it's very hard to avoid, frankly. But I think the other thing you can do is redirect people, like you redirect a toddler. When somebody starts gossiping with you, I just say, yeah, you know what? I just would rather not know or rather not have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And really make it clear that you're not the person to participate in this conversation with.
Right.
It's a pretty short conversation to have. And if you are in this cycle of perpetuating gossip, you sort of become stained by it yourself.
Oh, it's not a good look.
It's not a good look at all. And I think that people vastly underestimate how damaging it is to participate in.
And I mean, I would also say, to your point, asking the question, have you talked to John about this?
Yep.
And letting it hang there. I mean, of course the answer is I would give my, my pinky finger and no, the answer is no. Like I would bet my life, right? So, and people I think are taken aback by that question. And it's an elegant way to sort of, again, signal like, I'm not the one. I'm not going to sit here and talk smack about John at the water cooler or on our Zoom room or whatever. And what if the gossip is about you? Like, what if the gossip is about you? How do you deal with that?
I mean, I think that if people are gossiping about you, you have to know who it is. I mean, right. You can't do much about it unless you know who it is, which I rarely think is true.
Right.
But if, the other thing is what people are going to say to you is beyond your control. I mean, if you know somebody's talking about you, you can confront them and say, hey, I hear you've been saying some things and that I would love for you to have a direct conversation with me. The other thing I would just say to add here is gossip fixes nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Ever. And so just venting about people doesn't solve a single problem. And so the question that you said, I think it's a really important one. Like, have you talked to this person about this? And if you haven't, I think it's wiser for you to talk to them than to talk to me about them.
Right.
And again, we say this all the time. It requires an act of courage to talk to people directly. And I also think it's really cowardly to talk about them.
Oh, it's just wildly important too. And I will just say, like, as a parent of two daughters, young kids, I already am starting to see with other children that they interact with, some of this kind of sort of we learn this, right? These types of things are learned, whether that's at home or within a work environment, right? That's what contributes to the toxicity of work of certain work environments. And so I would say too, like think about like from a legacy perspective, whether it's with your children or with the people that report to you at work, if you are sort of abiding this gossip and like you're sort of having a silent, even if you're not saying something, you're silently perpetuating it. right? Like you are standing witness and allowing it to happen, then the people who are sort of coming up behind you or who to whom report to you, they see that. Like they're not stupid. They see it, right? And so it's like, are you going to break that cycle? And it doesn't have to be, burn it all down. It can be really elegant. Have you talked to this person? I would suggest that you talk to him because it sounds like an issue that needs to be addressed between the two of you, not me, right?
Yep.
And yeah, so I love this question. Thank you to our wonderful viewer who sent this question. If there are things that you want us to talk about, we are happy to do it. We could come up with our own ideas all day, but we know that we make these videos in response to what you all want. So please feel free to either drop in the comments. You can email me at holly@storyandprinting.com and I will gladly take note of it. And if you liked this video, if it resonated with you, give us a like, give us a comment. Don't gossip at work. Break the cycle, people, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, Anne Marie.